Couple of teams here who began the year with wins. Let's see who can make it 2-0 as off we go in week 2. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10.
Here we go, shot. Go.
Going play action, May. Oh, it's intercepted. What a start. And the Commanders, they're going to have it. And he's going to hang on to that football. That's his first career interception. There it is, partner. Tough to resist starting the game with a deep shot. I know you know that. It is aggressive, but also very high risk, high reward.
It is, Kate, and you know as an offensive player, especially as a quarterback, you go to bed that night, these plays are scripted. You're going to come out, you're going to take a shot. There you got to show a little restraint. If it's not there, and that defense has the awareness they just did, boy, you got to be real careful to not give them an opportunity to do what they just did and make a huge play defensively.
It's a gain of 21 yards to pick up that first down.
Ready up. Let's go now.
They'll run here from the gun. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Go.
From the gun, it's Daniels. That's going to be an incomplete pass on the throw to the right.
Those passes get more and more difficult as you try to get aggressive down the field. Those windows and throwing lanes, Kate, they're not open very long, and it only takes a little bit for a throw to be thrown off.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. Back to throw. Here's Daniels. Gets it to him on the screen. Decent gain here, but short of the first.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep it short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
Seibert's kick is up and good. And that one's going to get them on the scoreboard.
I never saw a play script that ended with a field goal. It was always a touchdown that you wanted. That's 3 points, and it's enough to give them the lead.
It's all lined up. Seibert now ready to send this flight. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Now the first carry of the game for Ramondre Stevenson. And he's only able to power this forward for about 3 yards.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
From the 33 on 2nd down. Finds a man right side. And he'll go out of bounds after a pickup inside the opposing 40. They get 28 out of that play. And the Patriots will have a 1st down.
So many cool fundamentals on display right there, Kate. Look the ball into your hands, number one. Don't turn your eyes away from it before it gets to you. And then when you've got that catch secured, snap that head forward and find that space upfield to turn a good play into a great play.
1st down now, ball at the 39-yard line. On play action, here's May. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
Well, he needed another second to deliver the throw he wanted to. You got to give a lot of credit that time, Kate, to the pass rush for getting in and forcing him to dish it before he was ready.
So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. Now a shotgun handoff to Stevenson. And it's a nice gain, but still not enough for the first.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that first down marker.
Stevenson gets it on third down. And that short gain is enough for a new set of downs.
That is your old school meat and potatoes call right there. Don't even think about throwing it. Just rush it ahead and get what you need.
A new set of downs awaits him. Here's 1st and 10. First give of the game here to Chase Brown. And he'll get down to the 21-yard line before he stopped. Good run, gets him 7. That brings up 2nd and 3.
Well, that doesn't net a first down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
From the 21. Ramondre Stevenson makes the catch. And he stopped cold at the spot. Ooh, he paid for that one, but hey, still enough for that first down.
I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve, some call it automatic, but it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you can depend on.
And they've got themselves another 1st and 10.
Here we go, set. 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
From the gun, a give to Stevenson. And he's able to power this forward, but they stop him after 2 yards.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down.
Here we go.
Operating from the gun, here's May. This throw is caught. And he'll get this inside the 10 to the 9. That play made by their rookie from Michigan State.
This is one of those kind of win-win situations. Both sides feel good. As an offense, I get a completion. I get a win. As a defense, I keep everything in front of me. I make the tackle for a short gain. I get a win, too. Sometimes you can get to win-win.
Let's go now.
Here's the pistol snap to May. Oh my, it's intercepted in the end zone. Emmanuel Forbes makes the play. 40. Hits the 20. And he makes the Hefco. It's a touchdown on the pick 6. I don't know about you, Brock, but I could almost feel them going through the 5 stages of grief over on that sideline, watching their would-be touchdown pass in 6 points return the entire way to the opposite end zone for 6 on the other side of the board.
You just don't really believe it's happening until he's, well, 30, 40 yards into his return. Then you're just powerless. Kate, just over 40 times in the history of the NFL this has happened.
Wow.
What a return to add to that list.
A quick chance at redemption after that pick 6 as it's sent away. And the kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. Touchback. This drive starting from the 30. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10.
Head to 6, go. Street, Buffalo 18. Ready.
Now May coming off that. Caught him deep behind the line. Oh, the ball is out. Oh, they got it back. They can try and salvage something. And this is a huge loss on the play.
Well, I think you know the only thing redeeming about that play, Kate.
They got the ball back.
Yeah, well done. Yeah, they got the ball back, but a whole lot longer down in distance.
Now a shotgun handoff to Brown. And he found some running room for a nice gain.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid gain, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
19 tight, 19 tight. Go.
Here he is on 3rd and long. He can't connect with him. Incomplete. Just put it a little too close to the boundary there. Not on the same page with his tight end. And now they're staring at 4th and long. Patriots punt team coming out with former 6th-rounder Bryce Behringer to do the honors. And after that drive went backwards, he's going to send this one forward. He punted 3 times in the win last week, and this one is away. And he'll take in the fair catch just above the 35. That punt goes unanswered. No return there. And the Commanders will go on offense. Markers reset, ball at the 37. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They pick up 20 yards there. And that'll be good for a Washington first.
Those unsung heroes, those big guys up front on the O-line, well, let's give them a little love right here, Kate. They don't always get the attention they deserve on the broadcast, but let me tell you, they played a huge role in that big old run.
First down, and they go right back to it. And they'll only find 1 yard up the gut. 2nd down.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9.
Let's go.
Daniels from the pistol. This ball's caught by McCaffrey. And he's able to get this to the 32 before going down. It's a pickup of 9 yards. And the Commanders will have a first. It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And it'll be a quality gain on the run, and that also brings us to the end of this quarter. And they can go ahead and stay in that huddle. We're at the end of the first quarter. It's a 2-score game early. More from Gillette Stadium in just a minute. Time now for the second quarter. Commanders in possession. They'll have 2nd down as they look to continue this good drive.
Trap 60.
From the 28. And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. And the Patriots will take over as he records his first interception of our season. And just like that, a really good drive is taken away with an INT.
Sure was a lot of promise on that series, right? That's a small silver lining for them at the very least, but probably won't be much comfort now. And it's going to feel even worse when this quarterback watches the tape tomorrow.
And they sent it straight ahead, but the front stops him after a gain of 3.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
Here we go, set. Ready.
On 2nd down, it's Stevenson. And he's brought down for a loss.
You know, that's so hard for me, Kate. That's the type of effort that deserves better when it comes to the results. It's going to show up as a negative run on the stat sheet, but that was not the runner's fault. He did all he could to fight to get back to the line, but this defense just kept swarming.
He puts some air under a deep throw to the left. And he's there to send that one away incomplete. Clean breakup on that throw. And they're going to be stuck with a 4th and long. The Patriots have their punting unit out. And this will be his 2nd effort of the contest. And he can't find anything as he goes out of bounds. Nothing on that return. We don't get a return out of that punt. And they'll get ready to go on offense. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. From the gun, they're going to hand it off. And he has enough room to gain about 4.
You know, Kate, these are some of the little hidden plays in a game. Right? Doesn't look like a whole lot on the stat sheet, but A, it gets you good yardage. B, it sets up your play action. And C, most importantly, keeps that defense guessing.
2nd and 6 coming up here. Back to the well again. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line. Call it 4 yards, and they're set up with a manageable 3rd and 2.
I don't mind that call on the early downs. Give that defense something to think about. You got the inside run between the tackles, and whether it's jet sweeps or a little swing pass, or in that case a toss, make sure you threaten to the outside.
That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Tough one to retain through that hit. And that leaves them with a decision to make on 4th and short. Punt team is on now, and they get this away. Pulled in at the 20. And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return. Call that a booming 56 yards in the end. And the Pats will take over. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10.
Set up, go.
Starting on the ground here with Stevenson. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Just a little short, but still a 9-yard pickup. That's going to bring up 2nd and 1.
That does not show up on any explosive stat sheet, but let me tell you, Kate, that's the real deal right there. You run for that kind of yardage consistently in the NFL, you do set yourself up for success.
2nd and 1. Finds Laporta. Stiff arm success. It's a gain of 22. And that's a New England 1st down.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend, do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. A give up the middle to Stevenson. And they try to power it forward, but only a couple of yards there.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
Eight yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down.
Let's go.
From the gun, it's May. He finds Laporta. And he's able to get this down to the 36.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, you just find a way to get him the ball.
May not have throw on 3rd. That's caught for the 1st. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. That chunk worth a nice 21 yards. And the Patriots will have a 1st down.
Come on, set. Cougar 19. Check, Bobcat, check, Bobcat.
The give inside to Stevenson. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot. Now hang on here. We can't move on to the next play just yet. There's somebody still shaking up from the last one. And that's Ramondre Stevenson, the one in question. Four downs now to get in. Here's 1st and goal.
Set. Ready.
Fakes the handoff, now to throw. And they will score. It's a New England touchdown. The Patriots start to fight back with their first points of this game. He hung in there as long as he could. A lot of quarterbacks would have bailed out, and it was what you talk about, Brock, that courage that kept the champ for the touchdown alive.
Yeah, that touchdown's going to show up on his stat sheet making the catch or the quarterback stat sheet for making the throw, but hey, can we put some touchdowns up there for the big boys up front? It was their blocking and buying the time for that play that led to the score.
That one right down the middle. And the Patriots cut it to a field goal game. Volley set up, and it's away. Just a three-point game now. This return starts at the 5. Big shot at the end of that return as he gets it just past the 20. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Play fake here, Daniels. Pocket isn't holding up, they're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards, 2nd down coming up.
We've got enough data now through the years to understand that an explosive play on offense more often than not leads to scoring. We also know if you can create a negative play defensively in a tightly contested game like this, every play matters. And to get that negative play, put this offense on their heels, exactly what this defense needed.
Another try following the sack. Complete out to the right. And he rips off good yardage, but it will not move the chains. Now following that completion, we see a man shaken up. Officials calling for a pause as he gets looked at. So a tough spot now. This is 3rd and 9.
Let's go now.
Out of the gun, Daniels. That throw's knocked away and incomplete. 4th down coming up.
How many times do defenders hear from their coaches, read and react, read and react? You got to read where the quarterback's eyes are going, and then more importantly, you got to react as he begins to throw and knock that ball away.
Hunter takes the field on 4th down, and he sends this one flying. And hey, at least he held onto the football, but they will get nothing on that return. No return on that punt. And it'll be their football. First and 10 now from the 30.
Go! Go!
May now from the gun. Got his target, it's Baker. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for on 1st down. Textbook. It sets up 2nd and very manageable, and then creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
From the 38. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And he's downed after getting this up to the 41. Now we're going to get an offensive timeout. That's their first. And they can take a moment to try to build more momentum after getting that first. On the run, it's Stevenson. And he's able to reach that midfield stripe after some solid running. Patriots trying to hustle everyone up to the line.
60 Eagles, 60 Eagles.
Brings up 2nd and a yard at the 50-yard line.
2nd down, they go back to Stevenson. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs. Now we're going to have a timeout by New England. It's 2nd. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half.
That right there, that will make the coaches happy. He didn't just get the 1st down, but got a healthy chunk of bonus yards afterwards.
1st down now, ball at the 39-yard line.
Ready?
May looking to throw. Oh no, they get him yet again! Emmanuel Forbes makes the play. And the Commanders get it back after making their 3rd first-half interception.
You know what this is, Kate? This is the practice field coming to life, really on both sides of the ball. Right, you watch defensive coaches preach all the time when they work on these returns to get to the near sideline, everybody to get a block. And then for those offensive players to show the effort to go chase that down so it's not a pick six. Yeah, it stinks for the offense, but that was the practice field coming to life for everybody to see. Well, that's a pretty similar result to a first down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes second and third down a whole lot easier to manage.
Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5.
Let's go.
From the 29. Completes one to Ben Simmons. And they get this down to the 12-yard line before being stopped.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on second down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about third down at all.
Up to the line, and they're set. 1st and 10. Putting a receiver in motion. Now Daniels off the play action. And that one's incomplete, but boy, are they lucky it wasn't intercepted. That was a risky shot, but fortunately, they still have second down coming up.
Oh, that was such an opportunity lost. They were looking for a way out without giving up any points on the series. And instead, well, he just couldn't quite hang on.
He brings it in. And this one does not go far. Now a timeout taken by the offense, and we're going to see if they try for 2 plays here or just try the field goal right now. Let's see what they draw up on a 3rd and 7. Again, Daniels to the air. Into the end zone, but someone's able to knock it away. That's incomplete.
Read and react, read and react, read and react. Gotta read where the quarterback's eyes are going, and you gotta react as he begins to throw to get to a spot and knock it away.
Piniero's kick is good. And that'll double their lead to 6.
Okay, one of the areas that kickers and quarterbacks are similar, they want to get into rhythm, and no better way to feel good and get into that rhythm than start a game 2 for 2 as a kicker.
Well, Brock, barring the touchback, this kickoff should run out the half, so better make that return good as it's away. Power squib kick is taken in. He's hauled down on what is the final play of our first half. That's halftime of this contest. We'll join both teams in taking a short break. More of the NFL on EA Sports in just a moment. Welcome back, everybody. Kate Scott, Brock Heward with you as we're about set to begin the 3rd quarter. All set for the kickoff. Sly with the honors. Brown with a return here. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Blown back gets the handoff. And he found some running room for a nice gain. It's a solid 70-yard pickup on 1st down. Now they're going to have 2nd and 3.
I'm not kidding you, Kate. A run of that length at the NFL level, honestly, is the equivalent of a run of 15-plus at the high school level. It's hard in the run game to make yards, and they just got a very successful one.
2nd and 3 now. He'll get this one to Brown. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap 1st down.
From the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10.
Let's go now. Like it,
Off the play fake, he's going to throw. On the move, headed right. And he just gets rid of it. Knew he had a couple of plays left. Didn't want to take a risk there on first down.
Look at the coverage on that play, Kate. I love that. That is textbook defense right there. When the quarterback escapes the pocket, and you got to find somebody. You got to go get sticky on your offensive guy. It's exactly what the secondary did, and it forces the throwaway.
From the gun, here's a handoff. And he'll have it down to the 44-yard line. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the first.
It's got to be so demoralizing as a defense when you go up against a running back who just keeps those legs churning like a piston in an engine, and that effort's contagious. This entire offense is getting a boost when he busts those tackles.
Going to the ground again on first. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
Even on the outer edges of this field, Kate, a cornerback making a stop behind the line, it's impressive. But in the middle third, that takes a special and fearless type of cornerback.
Back to the line they go. It's second down. They go play action here. Tries to lob that one up, and it's intercepted. Christian Gonzalez has it. And the Patriots are going to have it after his second interception of the season. They worked hard to have the halftime lead, Brock, but now that defense working hard to take it away.
Not wasting any time, are they? You know, they love to say about baseball, Kate, baseball's a game of adjustments. So is the NFL, and especially in the second half. You have all that data from the first half. You want to take it all in, and defensively you want to adjust exactly what they did to take the ball away there to begin the second.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. Going play action, May. Bails out of the pocket quick. And he let his man just a little too much there. That's an incomplete pass. Looking for his wide receiver there. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long.
You know, in the NFL, offensive-minded teams will call it a perfect Friday. They don't want the ball to hit the ground once. And especially on these short to intermediate throws, you got to count on those being efficient and effective.
This is Stevenson. And he got it real close, but stopped just about a yard or so shy of that first down.
You know, these are the kind of runs, Kate, that a balanced game plan and a balanced offense is built on. It gets you good yardage, it sets up your play action, and it keeps that defense honest.
Offense staying out there. It's 4th and 1. They'll try it now with Stevenson. And they take him down right along the 30. They only needed a couple, and that is what they got. Not the most impressive gain, but a big one as they get the first. Here's the pistol snap to May. And they pick him off again. Picked off by Frankie Louvu. Well, no doubt they envisioned that as the start of a second-half push for the lead. But the defense, well, defense had other ideas, Brock, protecting their team's advantage and taking possession back on the first play of the series.
Not the way you needed to start the half if you were thinking comeback, but exactly the way to start the half if you're trying to take this lead and step on it. That's a defender who senses the need for a splash play and delivers. I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, well, it came at the perfect time.
And he's going to be brought down up at the 28-yard line. It's a gain of 12 there. And that'll be good for a Washington first. Here's the lone back on the handoff. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Call it 7 yards, and now they'll have 2nd down and 3.
You know, this is an offense that will emphasize the ground game at different points of each and every contest. And as long as they can reliably get gains like this, it's not going to change anytime soon.
And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
An offensive group really hoped he was going to get it all right there, reset it back to 1st down. But instead, the defense, well, they're not going to let anything come easy. And their fight is giving them a chance to stall things out on 3rd and short.
Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. When we look back at this one, Brock, it is going to be defensive highlight after defensive highlight. And there again, the examples, they just keep coming.
The physical play has been the trademark, really, from the first snap through this 2nd half. There have not been many just uncontested, clean, efficient plays. Every effort's been answered. That's why that scoreboard's not been lit up.
The kicking team got downfield quickly there. He didn't manage much on the return. And it's going to be their football coming up. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. They send a receiver in motion right. Drive starts with a carry by Stevenson. And he'll bowl his way ahead for a 4-yard pickup.
That is just a good, solid run right there. I know, it's pretty basic commentary, but sometimes football can be basic. It keeps you on schedule. That kind of yards per carry, and you move the sticks.
He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Well-timed strike by that defender to knock it free. And it's 3rd down. They haven't found it easy to score in this one, Brock, and physicality just like that, a big reason why.
And it usually is, Kate. I love defensive coordinators when they say, hey, it's not just what you see, it's what you hear. And you could hear the physicality of that knocking the ball loose.
And they get to him way behind the line on this one and take him down. And the defense comes through. That's going to back them up and bring up 4th down. They'll send out the punting unit. Bryce Behringer, the one to send it away. Short drop, and he gets a kick away. Now he's going to fair catch this one, and they are loving this. A very short kick and some excellent field position for them. So no return on that punt. And they're going to take over possession. They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. Caught quickly on the slant. And he's going to be brought down at the 35-yard line.
Good luck defending that short yardage slant. Just not going to happen. There's a reason. This is a go-to play for just about any quarterback in every situation.
They'll put one of the tight ends in motion. Handoff on 2nd and short. He manages a gain of 8 there. And the Commanders will have a 1st.
You know, Kate, if you notice those guys that love to feed themselves on the field, right? They love to just get more and more. They're hungry for even more. I'll tell you what, that tackle, it prevented something that's going to be a lot bigger, but that back remains hungry.
3 quarters in the books from this one. It's the Commanders' ball. A chance at a win if they can hang on to their lead through the 4th. All right, I'll set up now. 1st and 10. Blown back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And he drives that front backward on a gain of 4.
He'll expect more from himself on those type of plays, but there is nobody that's going to complain about that one. If you can do math, 4 plus 4 plus 4 equals a 1st down.
Throwing off the play fake here. Pass is caught at the 9. And they'll advance this down to the 5-yard line. They'll have 1st and goal to go now after they gain 18 on the previous play.
I'm sure coach and play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
All set up for an insurance score here. It's 1st and goal. They'll try and punch it in. And he gets a few on the plunge forward.
Okay, all right. There's a little progress on 1st and goal. You keep it safe, you push a little closer, and now you're set up for what you want to do on 2nd down.
So from the 3, here's 2nd and goal. Quick throw left side, complete. And that's a Washington touchdown. Not a lot of processing time from the moment he pulled it back to the moment he made that throw, Brock. But I think we can all agree he made the right choice not to hand it off, and then the right read on that throw.
Yeah, he sure did, Kate. It kind of reminds me of the option quarterbacks of our day growing up, right? Those guys that made that pitch, and it was just second nature. They were on the run, guys all around. Didn't matter. He's going to put that pitch right on them. The great RPO quarterbacks of today do exactly the same thing with their throws.
And this is caught, so add a couple more to this lead they've got here in the 4th. All right, Brock, they win empty. We all expected a pass was coming, and they do indeed go to the air and connect on that strike for 2.
Yeah, once you empty that backfield, it does certainly, Kate, alert that defense to pass. And then it comes down to disguise. It comes down to timing, especially on a 2-point with everything condensed. Well done by that offense to go get 2.
First and 10 now from the 30.
Cowboy 80. Go. Ready.
Operating from the gun, here's May. Throw reeled in by Stevenson. And not much doing, he stopped quickly. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. From the gun, a gift to Stevenson. And this one doesn't go far. They got 2 yards there, and that leaves them with 3rd down and 5.
It's a gain of 2. Brings up 3rd and 5.
May now. Completes this one to Baker. And he'll be taken down, but not until he reaches that 45-yard line. A dose of the hurry-up offense here. Now a shotgun handoff to Stevenson. And he gets absolutely popped to end that one. Offense in the hurry-up here. On play action, here's May. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
They call play action. Would have been better to actually give it to him on a carry right there, Kate. The front was fooled for about a split second, if that. And that play call ended up working in their favor as it leads to a sack.
Set up. Go.
Now May on 3rd and long. We've got a screen to the running back. And a nice gain here, but it's stopped short of the 1st.
I'm a big fan of the screen pass. Really, you can run a screen as they just showed on any play. 1st, 2nd, 3rd down, sometimes even 4th. But it takes great acumen, a great football IQ defensively to have an awareness that's coming, and then more importantly, to stop it.
Here he goes. Got to have this on 4th down. And it's going to be incomplete. Couldn't connect to extend the drive. So the defense rises to the challenge and gives the ball back to their offense.
Well, I think every analytics book out there, Kate, said you got to go for it. You're in 4-down territory, down a couple scores here in the 4th. But now it's all about the defense. Can the defense come with a quick turnover or a stop to somehow, some way, spark a comeback?
And he's down. Looks like they made the stop at the 46-yard line. Give him 13 on that play. And that'll be good for a Washington 1st. Back-to-back carries here. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
All right, here we go. 2nd down. Daniels from the pistol. Escapes the pocket. And the cover just too good there. Didn't find a throw that he was confident in, so just throws it away. Third down coming up.
He did exactly what he was supposed to do on that play. Felt the pressure and escapes the pocket. After that, it's on somebody downfield to get open and give him a target. No one did, and he simply has to get rid of it.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have third down here. They'll empty the backfield and motion him out. That one's complete, right side. And out of bounds right at the 40-yard line.
You know, I like the completion. You never turn down a completion. That's just not the right throw to make in that spot to move the chains.
On comes Austin Seibert and the Commanders' field goal unit to try this on fourth down. This from the right hash and a considerable distance. And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And that makes this a 3-score game.
I think you could call this one now, Kate. His field goal makes it a 3-score game, and even the most improbable comeback attempts are going to have a hard time erasing that type of deficit here in the final quarter.
And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30.
Check smash. Set.
From the gun, a give to Brown. And he found some running room for a nice gain. It's an 8-yard pickup, and they're going to have 2nd and 2 next.
That's what I call a rhythm starter right there. Man, offenses love execution and plays like that on first down, Kate, because now that playbook is wide open. All options on the table for 2nd down.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short.
70. Here we go. Set. 18 Rattler. 18 Rattler. Hey, smash Bronco. Ready.
Made a throw it. Trying to push it deep downfield. Oh, brother, it's another interception. And the Commanders, they're going to have it. And he's going to hang on to that football. That's his first career interception.
I know he started the play as a defender, but gosh, he looked good, didn't he? Running it back, he looked like a receiver navigating on that return. The way he saw the field, evaded obstacles, and he chewed up yardage in the open space. It would make those offensive coaches and teammates proud. We've seen defensive players get touches on occasion, and I think he just gave himself maybe a look on that side of the ball down the road. You got to expect the timeout is coming any moment now, right? If you want another shot with the ball, you'll need every second you can conserve on that clock. Okay, time for the defense to think about getting that ball back, and this is where you've got to conserve every second. Got to expect the timeout coming any moment now.
Setting up for the kneel down on 3rd. They take a knee, and that's going to force that defense to burn a timeout if they want to save any clock here.
They could stop the clock now if they choose. In the final moments of the game, every second counts. If you're going to call a timeout, you want to be right next to that official to signal it in just as that knee goes down.
So it's a win on the road for the Commanders. And they can be proud of their exploits on the road and overall so far this season as they improved to 2-0. So for my partner Brock Heward and our entire crew, I'm Kate Scott saying this has been the NFL on EA Sports. So long, everybody. It's a win for the Commanders, as with that, we'll sign off from New England.